Do you wave your terrible towel when Renegade plays? Reach for a tasty cake when JJ shouts, "He scores!" Does the sound of an F1 engine make your heart race? Doing push-ups with a Nittany Lion after a TD? Then lend us an ear, and we will share the exhilaration of Steelers football, the excitement of Flyers hockey, the nail-biting finishes of F1, and the pride when we yell, "We are Penn State." Welcome to the SteelFlyers Show, the strangest combination of sports fandom since pineapple was put on pizza. And welcome to the SteelFlyers All Sports Network, and we are here talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right, they selected all their players in the 2021 NFL Draft just this past weekend, and we're going to have a reaction here. This is part two. We did the first three picks that they did the other day, so here is the rest of their picks, rounds 4 through 7. Pittsburgh was able to trade up and garner another 7th-round draft pick in this year's draft with the Miami Dolphins. So that was really awesome. Pittsburgh was able to garner quite a few picks this year in the draft. So we're going to go through rounds 4 through 7. And here we go. The Steelers were able to select in the 4th round Dan Moore Jr., the 128th overall pick from Texas A&M. 6'5", 315-pound tackle. I mean, Pittsburgh really needs more depth in the offensive line, especially with potentially Chuck's not being able to play the full season, Banner missing almost the entire season with an ACL. Plus, you get a really big guy, 6'5", 315-pound, a second team all SEC player, played all 691 snaps. I mean, okay, I will take it. I mean, the guy was part of a great offensive line down there at Texas A&M, and so we'll take that all day long. He's got a good, thick body, good, thick frame. He's able to take on multiple blockers as well, and be able to protect that good side there of the quarterback. So we're all good with that selection there. As far as I'm concerned, I'm liking the direction that the Steelers have taken so far, with a concentration towards offensive line in this draft so far. So now we're going to go on the other side here, and we're going to go with Buddy Johnson, the inside linebacker that the Steelers selected. This was their other 4th-round pick, the 140th overall player. And this guy here is another guy from Texas A&M. So it's like, okay, we went to the same college, and all right, whatever. Yeah, cool. But this guy here, really thick, really good, 6'2", 240 pounds, would be a good complement to Highsmith, or a good complement to TJ, or a good complement to Bush. I mean, throw Spillane, put this guy out there, even with Williams coming back. That this guy is another dude that would be a great compliment to those guys, especially coming out here with 86 tackles and 40 sacks. I mean, the guy is doing it pretty good. I like his size, and I like his flexibility as well, too. So the guy's a pretty good player. And all in all, I'd say this is a good draft pick here by the Pittsburgh Steelers, their 2nd, 4th-round draft pick. All right, moving on to the 5th-round draft pick that the Steelers got, 156th overall, and that is Isaiahh Loudermilk. And this is another defensive end where he kind of maybe might be that Steelers tweener, where they always get that defensive end, and then they make him be a linebacker or something, whatever. They always have that transition player, and I think that Isaiah might fit into that mold. Defensive end. He's really tall, 6'7", 240 pounds, so he's a lean frame, but 7.5 sacks out of Wisconsin? I mean, it seems like Pittsburgh is going Big Ten. Okay, yeah, we'll take guys from there. SEC, yeah, we'll take guys from there. Okay, yeah, sure, well, no problem. So 63 tackles for this guy. I like his frame. I like his reach. This guy, he's another one of those guys too that has a great motor as well too, and I just think he's going to be a good complement to Tuitt, to Hayward. I mean, if that's where they want to put him, he definitely has the size. He can take on those offensive blockers and shed them. Okay, so that is the really cool thing. He's kind of like a taller version of maybe Cam Hayward. Played in 40 games, 26 starts, recorded 63 tackles. Like I said, 7.5 sacks in those 40 games. But given the opportunity, I think this guy will be a good player for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Drafted in the fifth round, 156th overall. So I'm liking. This was the trade that the Steelers were able to acquire for this player right here. Moved up for this player was a trade with Miami Dolphins. So my mistake. It wasn't a 7th round player. It was for a 5th round player. So there you go. So Pittsburgh was able to select Isaiahh Loudermilk, the defensive end out of Wisconsin. I'm really happy so far with the way that the Steelers have been drafting, and I'm really excited about this draft class so far. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the next couple of picks here that the Steelers were able to pick. Okay. And so we're going to go into the 6th round with Quincy Roche, tomato, okay, 6'3" linebacker out of Miami, playing for the Hurricanes. This guy here too, he was a transfer. He was playing at Temple, I believe, for his first 2 years, and then his final year he went and played at Miami. But I'll tell you what, starting 10 games for the Hurricanes and 45 tackles, 14.5 tackles for loss. This guy was 4.5 sacks for a linebacker. This guy here is good size, 6'3", 245 pounds, and we all know how Pittsburgh always like to draft linebackers because there's a plethora of them. Highsmith, ding, he was a hit. Bush coming back, ding, he was a hit. T.J. Watt, ding, he was a hit. Bud Dupree, ding, he was a hit. Although Bud Dupree's not playing for us anymore now, but you get what I'm going with. And then this is another one too here where the next player that the Steelers were able to select. This is their 7th round player. And I'll tell you what, I'm really happy with this player here. I really like the overall selection with this. I mean, the fact that we got him in the 7th round, okay. Trey Norwood, safety / cornerback. Either way you slice it, in the 245th pick in the 7th round, the Steelers select Trey Norwood out of Oklahoma, and 6 foot, 194 pounds, so he's got some size. So this is like going against going against what they normally pick. He's not 5'9" and 170 pounds. He's actually 6 foot and close to 200. So he would be a good addition back there, especially with some of the losses that Pittsburgh garnered over free agency. During the 2020 Cotton Bowl, he had a 45-yard touchdown interception return for a touchdown, and he was voted for the outstanding defensive player during that game with 23 tackles as well during that game. So this guy has a chance to potentially be one of those players that could hopefully pan out for the Steelers. We definitely need some help in the backfield back there, especially somebody with a little bit of size and some speed and some tenacity. This is going to be a good selection here, I think, for Pittsburgh in the 7th round. And the last selection of the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 7th round has them selecting the Ray Guy Award winner, the first African American to win this award, to be honest with you, and that's 21-year history. But 6 foot, 255-pound punter out of Georgia Tech. I want to see this guy tackle. Yeah, thank you, 5-star, for that one, buddy. But I'm agreeing with you. I want to see this guy tackle, man, for real. 255 pounds, 6 feet. All right. All right. Now, all that said, strap this on for you. 49-yard average. Gosh, that's good enough to be in the top 5 in the NFL right now today. So, okay. The last punter was taken by, I think, Buffalo a couple years ago. They selected a guy, and then there was the guy that they selected from the Raiders. That and those are the only punters that I can remember being selected in the draft. And now the Steelers have selected Pressley Harvin III from Georgia Tech. He won the Ray Guy Award this year from Georgia Tech. He was our 254th pick in the 7th round. I tell you what, if this guy can be anything better than what we've got or what we've had recently in Pittsburgh, and we didn't have to go buy this guy and we can draft him, okay, I understand. I get it, Mr. Colbert. I get where you're going with this, man, okay? Cool. As if he can do 49-yard average, man, what? All right. Yay, go. All right. All in all, I'd have to say that I would give the Pittsburgh Steelers probably an A for the draft. We got the best running back in the league. I think we got the first or second best tight end. I know there's some argument there with Pitts, but I think we got the best tight end with Fairmouth from Penn State as well, and with Najee being there. And then I also believe, too, that Green, one of the best offensive linemen as a center, is exactly what we needed. Because of Pouncey being gone and some other holes that we have as well, too. And then so Pittsburgh was able to select some other players in the draft this year that did pretty well. So I'll tell you what, all things considered, I think this was a pretty good draft by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And just remember, folks, we got OTAs coming up here real soon, and we got training camp coming up here real soon. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with the NFL, and it's going to be happening here relatively quickly. So, I'm looking forward to it. And the draft is over. The Pittsburgh Steelers have done pretty well. I give them an A for the draft. This is your host, SteelFlyers. Just remember, folks, stay strong, stay safe, and hang tough.